Hello everyone, today we are going to be taking a look at 2021 higher level paper 1 question 2 part B. So this question is broken down into two parts. First we have to show that q is equal to minus 5, and we also have to find the three roots of our function f of x. So let's get straight into it. First of all, in order to show that q is equal to minus 5, we need to use one of the pieces of information that they've given us. If we look up here, they tell us that x plus 4 is a factor of the function, which we can use to help us out. So if we write that down, x plus 4 is a factor, you should know that x equals to minus 4 is a root of the function. And now we can use a theorem that you should have learned at the start of 5th year called the factor theorem. And the factor theorem basically says that if we have a root, in this case we have a root at x is equal to minus 4, then f of minus 4 should be equal to 0. So we're going to sub that in each place where x is on our function. We are going to sub in minus 4. So 0 is equal to minus 4 cubed plus x times minus 4 squared minus 22 by minus 4 plus 56. And let's multiply out each of these brackets. We are going to get 64. It's going to be a minus 64 plus 16q minus 88. That's actually plus 88. Minus by a minus is plus, and plus 56. If we add up all our numbers, we're going to get minus 64 plus 88 plus 56, which is going to give us plus 80 plus 16q. Now, let's subtract 80 from both sides. So we're going to get minus 80 is equal to 16q. And if we divide both sides by 16, we're going to get minus 80 over 16 is equal to q. And if you pop this guy into your calculator, you are going to get minus 5. Q is equal to minus 5, and that is us, showing the first part. Q is equal to minus 5. We have shown that. That's part 1 done. Now, we have to find the three roots of f of x. And if you think back to what we've done here, we have already partially solved this question. We recognize that x plus 4 is a factor, and x is equal to minus 4 is already a root. So we just have to find the other two roots. Now, we have to use the fact that since x plus 4 is a factor of this cubic function here, that means it divides evenly into that function. So, for this question, the second part, we are going to use long division. I'm just going to rewrite out the function with the q subbed in as minus 5. So it's going to be x cubed minus 5x squared minus 22x plus 56. Now, there's multiple different ways in which you can use long division. Any method that you know is going to be fine. For me, I'm going to use the box method, and I can go through that in another video if that is required. Okay, so we're going to write our factor here, x plus 4, and the first term of our cubic equation in the first box here. So if we divide x cubed by x, it's going to give us x squared. X squared times 4 is 4x squared. In order to get to 4x squared to minus 5x squared, we are going to subtract 9x squared. Now, repeat that again. Minus 9 squared divided by x is going to give us minus 9x. Minus 9x times 4 is going to give us minus 36x. And to get from minus 36x to minus 22x, we are going to add 14x. Now, last step, do the exact same thing again. 14x divided by x is going to be plus 14. And 14 times 4 is going to give us 56. Now, we know we've done it right, since the last term here, 56, is equal to the last term in our cubic equation, which basically means we have divided x plus 4 in, leaving no remainder, since 56 and 56 are the same. So, our function we can now write as the product of a linear equation that we started off with, and the quadratic equation that we got from dividing it, which is x squared minus 9x plus 14. Now, the final step, we have to recognize that the quadratic equation can be factorized. So we're going to break that up into the two brackets that it's factorized in, and the factors of 14 are going to be minus 7 and minus 2, because minus 7 times minus 2 gives us 14, and then minus 7 minus 2 is going to give us minus 9 as well. So minus 7 and minus 2, that's how we factorize it. And now, in order to find the roots, we just let each of the factors equal to 0. So we're going to let x plus 4 equal to 0. 4 equals 0. So x is equal to minus 4 is a root, which, if you look, we already got that at the very start of the question. Now we do the exact same with the other two. X minus 7 equals 0. X is equal to plus 7 is a root. And x minus 2 is 0. X equals plus 2 is a root. So if we put them all together, the roots are x is equal to minus 4 plus 2 plus 7. And that is our second part of the question solved. So this question was worth 20 marks in the Leaving Cert 2021. So it's nice marks, it's easy marks to pick up once you know it. Thanks very much for watching.